2025 is going to be reaching an end soon, so I thought it might be a little bit fun to do a video where I talk about how this year has gone, kind of like tell you about the goals that I had set, which ones I reached, and which ones I didn't, then tell you about like goals for next year and all that. So yeah, a little bit of fun first. We're gonna talk about games that I played this year. First up, the first game I ever streamed when I started is Copycat. I don't even know if a lot of you remember that stream, because it's been a while. I think I did my first ever stream back in July or August. I can't remember which. And it went okay. I had some technical difficulties whenever I first did that stream, so I started like half an hour late. It's super stressful. But the game itself, I had a lot of fun with. It was very cute. The story was very sad. It, there were bits of the story that did upset me, like the lady abandoning her cat, even though she figured out that the cat that she had in her house was not actually the one that she adopted. It was another cat that looked the same. So, but instead of like being like, "Oh, I'll bring you back into my house," because obviously I fucked up, she just kept the other cat and was like sorry, and then dropped our cat off that we're playing as in like the forest or whatever. So that was not cool. I didn't love that part of the story, but I do like the found family aspect of kind of becoming family with the other cat that we've for a long time hated because they just looked like us. Also, for I originally was gonna do like a just a cozy little simple background while I talked about all this, but I wasn't like really sure how to do that yet. That's something I'm gonna have to like figure out. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of casual Stardew in the background. You're welcome to watch that like a Subway Surfer thing while I tell stories and stuff. That's kind of like what the point of that is. It's just a cozy background. I'm not focusing on it too much while I talk here. So don't even. You can watch it if you want. It's just for fun in the background. The next game I played was Death and Taxes. That was a big one this year. I played that, from what I saw on Steam, I played it for like a total of 12 hours or something, which sounds about right. I did play that game on stream like several times. I did like my first playthrough where I did it just what I wanted to do, my decisions, and then I did a second one where I was like going as the worst decisions I could make on a calculated level, and that turned out to be a really fun playthrough as well. Very much enjoyed that game. I also played The Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. That one was also a lot of fun, but the think segments where you do like the actual like Sonic-esque gameplay, as cool as I thought that was, it was a little too difficult for me, and I did have to like do some settings to make it easier. I don't know if that bothered you guys at all, but it made the game so much more attainable for me, and I absolutely loved that that was a thing. More games need to have some kind of setting to make gameplay a little bit easier for those of us who are here for the story and want to play the games, but just aren't that good at the technical stuff. That's always been my issue. I've never been great at games, but I love playing them. So, yeah, I like the accessibility features and the settings. That was really cool. The story was fun. I didn't expect the twist there, really. So, yeah, I enjoyed that game a whole lot. Moving on, we got uh, Indigo Park. That was another one I did. That was chapter 1 of that game. They don't, as far as I'm aware, there are not any other chapters out yet. But that was my first horror game that I played, and it was definitely scary. I'm gonna give them that. I was scared playing it. The designs of the little guys in there, like the mascot creatures, very scary. Did not care for the bit in the dark where the lion mascot was there. We didn't have to like actually fight them or anything from what I remember, but god, that segment was terrifying. And then just being like chased by the bird. The one thing though that frustrated the hell out of me was the chase sequence that I had. There was like this huge chase sequence at the end of the chapter, and I fully thought that I was never going to be able to get past it, but I eventually managed to do it. And it was very rewarding to be able to do that, because I did gradually get better at it the more I did it. But replaying that part over and over again was insanely frustrating. And I felt bad because I was like getting mad a little bit on stream while I did it. But people were very encouraging, and I managed to get it done. So thank you to everyone in the chat who kept your chill, because I sure didn't. I don't crash out too often, but it definitely happens. Oh, there he is. But yeah, that was a fun game. I'm looking forward to the next chapters, but also not. Because, like, it is a cool story. I'm interested to see where it goes. I love the little raccoon guy that follows us around. But it is a scary game. Admittedly, it scares me to play it again. And it was a kind of difficult game, too, so uh, I'm looking forward to seeing where that goes. I don't know if I'll continue that for stream or not. I probably will, because I think people enjoyed it last time I played. And I definitely want to continue that story, so once the next chapter is out, I'll play that for you guys. Next we had Five Nights at Freddy's Pizzeria Simulator, another horror game. I love the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise, don't get me wrong. But, the big but here, I'm not good at it, like, at all. That's why I've never really, like, played the games in the past. I've always watched people do, like, playthroughs and stuff. I played the original FNAF game, like, once when I was a little kid, and it terrified me. And I was not good at it, so I've just, like, not played them really since. Maybe at some point I'll try to do a playthrough of all those games. If I, like, actually get headphones that will let me listen to my stuff while I'm streaming. That's another problem I'm hoping to fix in the coming year. Because anyone who's watched my streams knows that my headphones, for whatever reason, do not let me listen to the game audio while I stream. I've tried to figure out why this is, and simply cannot. So hopefully in the coming year I can get that figured out, and we won't have a problem with it anymore. But yeah, that game, I love watching people play Pizzeria Simulator. But playing it, by God, I was getting so mad, and it was scary, obviously. So, yeah, I don't think I will be playing that again on stream or on my channel anywhere. But maybe at some point, I'll try to play one of the other games. Part of me wants to try to play Security Breach because it's not a great game, but I do love it for the characters. Like, it was one of the games that really got me interested in the characters themselves for Five Nights at Freddy's. So maybe at some point I'll play it. But it might be a little too difficult for me as well. So we'll see. After that, I played Casey Noir and Carved Pumpkin's Latte. I still don't understand the title of that one, to be honest. Like, our character, Casey Noir, I get that part. Carved Pumpkin's Latte, I don't entirely understand why that's what it's called. Because there is a character in it named Pumpkin, and there is, like, the whole coffee aspect of the game, which I loved. But, yeah, the name just, it's a little confusing to me. I wish that someone would explain it. But the game itself, whole lot of fun. I love mystery games. I didn't entirely know where that one was going at any point. I had, like, suspicions that were kind of right, but not. Like, it was a complicated story. And overall, the art style was gorgeous. I would love to commission the artist who made that game. So, maybe in the coming year, that'll be something you see over time. Gotta get up some money before that happens, but I'll definitely show you guys if I get a commission from them. I also played Road Trip to the End of the World. That game was incredible. Super sad, it hit very close to home on the whole, like, friendship drifting apart thing. I've had, I won't go into detail about it, but I've had, like, friendships where there was, like, a big divide for a long time. We're close now again, and I'm super grateful for that, but yeah, there was a period of time where that was not the case, and that was really rough to deal with. So yeah, that game definitely hit close to home for me. I enjoyed the storyline a lot. I liked that in the end, the wedding gets missed entirely by our character. Because it would have been kind of fucked up if we actually showed up and like tried to make it about us. So I appreciated that the story didn't do that, and we just got to like kind of sit with our thoughts, being like completely late to the wedding. I enjoyed that story so much. The characters were fun. I hope that developer makes more stuff, because I loved their storytelling. The little choices that we get to make were great. Overall, one of my favorite games this year that I played. Uh, the biggest game this year, we're up to it now, Dispatch. If you know it, you love it. It was the top game for me this year, and probably my new favorite game ever, which is crazy to think about, because for the past several years, my favorite game has been Night in the Woods. And that still is, like, high up there on my list of favorite games. I think it's probably still my number two. But, yeah, Dispatch has taken over as my number one. I had an incredible time playing it. It has become a huge hyperfixation for me. It's not as bad as it was, like, the first few weeks, but it's definitely still there. So I do plan on sharing more Dispatch content with you guys later on. That's actually one of the things I will talk about is video ideas that I've got upcoming and just things I hope to get done in the next year. One, actually, I'll get to that next after I finish talking about the games that I played. Very last game I have played slash will play this year, unless I get on stream with friends at some point before the year ends, but that's not guaranteed. The last game I plan to play is Seasons After Fall. And so far, I haven't had a whole lot of like audience response to that game. No one has seemed very into it. I like playing it myself, but I have gotten stuck to a point where I'm kind of not sure how to proceed. So I think what I might do is play that game in my free time and like do it for fun rather than to continue it on stream. Because I like the game for myself, but I'd like to do it like on my own with like extra time and music playing and stuff. Nobody else has seemed to be that into it, so I probably won't do it for stream again. And I don't think I will stream again before the end of the year, if I'm being honest, because I have YouTube stuff that I would like to get done, including this video. And then, obviously the holidays are coming up. That's gonna be an incredibly busy time for me. Kind of stressed about that at the moment, actually. But I will get back to you all with streaming in the new year for sure. At the moment, it's just gonna be YouTube stuff, and then once the new year starts, I'll get back into streaming. I should be able to get some more games to play on stream soon, so keep a lookout for that. But yeah, those were all the games that I played on stream this year. And my top three, if I had to choose, Dispatch, of course, is number one. I would say Road Trip to the End of the World is number two. And then maybe Death and Taxes is number three. I did enjoy that game a lot. It's something I've wanted to play for years. And I played it the most on stream, I would say, besides Dispatch. Uh, Now, what else happened this year? This was a big year for music. Several new albums came out. I feel like there was like a several months where everyone was putting out a new album. I don't know what that was about, but yeah, great year for music. My favorite band, 21 Pilots, came out with a new album that goes incredibly hard. It actually has my new favorite song in it. I can't go into like every new bit of music that's come out because well, we could be here all day. But I'll tell you my top three new songs that are my favorite songs for this year specifically, not of all time. Although one of my top three has become an all-timer. So my number one song that came out this year is "Drum Show" by 21 Pilots. That has like been such a significant song for me. I've been listening to it so much that it was in my top 5 on Spotify this year, despite just coming out in September. uh, Honestly, it's hard to think of ones that are not 21 Pilots, and I probably won't. Although AJR did release an EP that had some pretty good songs on it. I don't know if I'd put any of those in my top 3, though. So I guess my other two for my top 3 would be Downstairs by 21 Pilots, and then Raw Fear by 21 Pilots. They're all songs from the same album. Who cares? This is my show and I run it. I'm very autistic about 21 Pilots, and anyone who knows me knows this. But yeah, those were my top songs of the year. Now, now on to the meat of everything. Let's recap the goals that I set for myself this year, which ones I got done, and then we're gonna set some new goals for the upcoming year. The biggest goals that I had were to get a computer set up, which I did. I saved up a lot of money from my jobs and stuff, and I was able to get myself this whole PC set up, including my desk, my chair, my monitors, PC, um, just like everything I needed to have a PC set up, I got for myself. And that was a huge goal that I had. I was very happy with that. Related to that topic is that one of my goals was to start streaming. And, obviously that happened. That's why I'm here now. And it almost didn't happen, to be honest. There were several points where I almost just gave up. Especially like when I was doing that first stream and I had the technical difficulties. I almost I was panicking so much that I almost just gave up and didn't do it. But I stuck through and I've been having such a great time with it. Like content in general is something I've always wanted to do. And I've just been having the time of my life with it, frankly. Even though I haven't got to do it as much as I wanted to this year. I had like that huge hiatus for a few months while I was out of town. Uh, Here this month, there's a lot going on at the end, so I'm probably gonna not stream anymore for the rest of the year. But yeah, it's been such a fun time streaming, and I'm very glad that I actually committed to it. Another goal that I had was to visit my friends more often, because for the past several years, I have not been really able to do that, and it's been kind of lonely. I've been having a hard time adjusting to not being able to hang out with them like I used to back in the day. And especially with my friendship that was lost for a while being reignited, I was like, yeah, I want to spend more time with my friends. And thankfully, I've been able to do that a lot this year. I don't think I will be able to do it as much as I would like this upcoming year, but I'm hoping I still get to see my friends a good amount. Now, for the goals this year that I didn't meet, one of them was learning to drive. And that's a goal that I really thought that I would be able to do it this year, but I haven't really taken any of the steps to do it. And yeah, that's on me. But I've decided to set that goal again for next year. And I actually plan to try to do that and get some work done to get that. Because it would make my life a hell of a lot easier if I could just drive. So that's a big one, and you guys can try to hold me to it if you want. Another one I had was to practice my keyboard more. I did not do that at all, if I'm being completely honest. I really wanted to try to practice it all the time and get better at playing it. I did not. I didn't practice a single time over this year. But that's another goal that I've decided to try to reset for myself next year. So I've decided to change up the goal a little bit to make it a little easier on myself to do. So the new goal for 2026, rather than just practice my keyboard, is to practice it for at least 3 times a month. So that's not even like not even like an every week thing. It's like just 3 times throughout the month I have to practice. I felt like that was a more attainable and more like specific thing for me to do, so it makes it a little easier for me to stick to it. I've had a song that I like wrote the lyrics for, and I wanted to like actually put music to it and produce it and all that. That I did not get done at all because frankly I don't have the skills for it. I've got to learn to play music before I can actually get that side quest done, you know. I also have like a concept album that I've had ideas for that I have not worked on that much. I've written more lyrics, but none of them are like completely done or anything. So I haven't like completely just reused goals from last year into this next one, but I've rewritten some of them to make it a little bit more attainable. But yeah, those were all the goals that I had for this year that I got done and didn't get done. But for the upcoming year, on top of like learning to drive, making my keyboard practicing like more attainable, all that, I have a goal to finish writing the lyrics for a song for my channel. I actually have like a lore song that I've been working on, but it's not completely done yet. And I would like to get that done in the upcoming year. I feel like that's attainable. Whether it gets produced in the upcoming year, that's to be determined, but we'll see. I also had the goal to finish writing the lyrics for a song in the concept album. I I have started some of them, but I have not finished the lyrics for any of them. So that is a goal that I have set for myself, is to at least finish writing the lyrics for one of them. I also have a lot of these are going to be content related, to be honest, because that's something I want to get better at. I have a goal now to upload to YouTube at least once a month. I can do it more than that, but I need to do it at least once a month, have something uploaded to my YouTube channel. Because I have not done that at all this year. The only videos I've uploaded were my little like teaser video when I first started, and my dispatch VODs, because I didn't want those to just be gone forever. So yeah, I haven't really uploaded much of anything on my YouTube, and I want to change that. So starting with this video, I'm gonna be like doing at least one YouTube upload a month if I can help it. Participating in hobbies more is a bit more of like a personal thing, because I just feel like I spend so much time like sitting around not doing a whole lot when I have so many things that I want to be doing. So I'm gonna try to make myself participate in like my hobbies more, or like start new hobbies. That's I feel like that's a good personal one for anyone to have. Typical New Year's resolution type shit. I want to read at least 5 books in the upcoming year. That one's a very simple goal. I feel like I did that this year even, where I read probably more than 5 books. But I want to make sure that I read at least 5 next year. So I've set that for myself. Incorporate more of my character lore into the channels is definitely something I want to do. I have not really gotten to do that a lot. I've done some lore, like, teaser things with my Instagram and stuff, and, like, briefly mention things, but I want to, like, actually get into that with you guys next year. Because I have all this character lore that I've written, and I've not done anything with it. So, like, look forward to that, I guess. And then my last goal that I've set so far for 2026 is to get more expressions and poses commissioned for my Pngtuber. That one I should be able to get done. I think the artists that I commissioned from, they weren't too expensive originally, so I think just getting a few more expressions and poses shouldn't be anything too complicated. Definitely looking forward to that, because I would love to be able to like make videos with my Pngtuber like on my channel, you know? Because I don't, as of right now, I'm not really doing face reveal stuff or like showing myself. It's just going to be my character. So I would like to have more expressions and poses to be able to make videos. And so yeah, that was the last goal that I set for myself this year. I might add some more as the year goes on, but as of right now, I tried to do some that were a bit loftier and then some that were way more grounded, down to earth, realistic that I think will get done. So that way I can check off at least some things from my list. Overall, 2025 has been pretty good. I definitely had some rough times in the year, but overall, I gotta say, I've been having a blast. That may not be the case for everybody. I understand that this year was kind of rough on a lot of people. Definitely some horrible things happened that we don't have to get into here. But from in my personal part of the year, I've had a great time, and I'm hoping 2026 is the same. I look forward to seeing you all, in the coming years, releasing content for you, and I will see you all in 2026. Bye.